This is Zichru Daf Simanim Gemara Sanhedrin Daf Yud Ches. Now Yud Ches is always going to be Ben Yud Ches LeChupah. 18 years old is one goes to Chupah, Ben Yud Ches LeChupah. So Daf Yud Ches is always a Chupah. So over here we have a Chupah. Now who's getting married? It's the king's son. Now the Kohen Gadol is walking by the king's son's Chupah, and he's giving eidos about the king's son. Now the Kohen Gadol's on his way to Ari Miklat. Why? Because we dan a Kohen Gadol, and he's going to go to Ari Miklat because he killed Bishayik. He's going to testify about the king's son in front of the king, but the king is not part of the Bezdin. As you see, he's sort of sitting in a separate area. And there's another chuppah being set up. And the other chuppah is being set up is discussing why the king and the Kohen Gadol cannot get involved in Iber Shana. Two different reasons. Either it's because of Mishum Tzina, Kohen Gadol having to go to the mikvah in the cold in Yom Kippur, or Mishum Afsanya, which is about the Melech by Adar Sheni, why he can't be involved in Iber Shana. So Ben Yud Ches LeChupah. Whenever we think of Yud Ches, we think of Chuppahs. Over here, it's the king's son getting married. The Kohen Gadol on his way to Ari Miklat for killing Bishayeg is giving testimony about the son of the king in front of the king, although he is not part of the Bezdin. And another Chuppah is being set up in which they're discussing why the Kohen Gadol cannot be involved in Iber Shana. So let's go a little bit deeper. Point number one, as we begin the second parak, Kohen Gadol Dan Naisa, the Kohen Gadol is going to be able to be judged. He will judge himself, and if he kills Bishayeg, he'll go to Ari Miklat. Kohen Gadol Yibam Chalitza, funerals, relatives, etc. Ask the Gemara, of course the Kohen Gadol can dan. And the chiddush is that he could be judged as well, that it's not beneath his cover to go in front of Bezdin. Says more, of course, because if he could judge, of course he could be judging, if he judge others, he could judge him. Explains the Gemara, although it is Pashit, the Chiddush is the contrast of the Kohen Gadol versus the Melech. And again, Daf Yud Ches LeChupah, the Melech's son is getting married, the Kohen Gadol is allowed to give Eidos. Now, when is the Kohen Gadol allowed to give Eidos? Meidum Isa teaches the Mishnah. Says the Gemara, what about Visalante Bamshata Misalem Zaki Venel Fi Kavaydai? So the Kohen Gadol should be beneath his dignity. How can he testify? Says Rav Yosef, he's testifying for a Melech. Says, but wait, but the Mishnah taught us the Melech is not done. Said Rav Zera, it's for the Ben Melech. Says, but wait, the Ben Melech didn't have a head yet. Says the Gemara, made bifnei Melech. That's the Chiddush. The king cannot serve on Bezdin, but Mishum Yakar, the Kohen Gadol, the king is going to be standing there, and after the Kohen Gadol testify, the king leaves. So the Kohen Gadol is testifying in front of the Melech, even though he is not part of the Bezdin. And point number three is going to be they cannot get involved in Iber Shana. Teaches the Brisa why Losanu al Rav. Do not get involved. Losanu al Rav. Do not respond to a disagreement. No judge can argue with the king. He cannot be judged on a Sanhedrin. Says the Brisa, king Kohen Gadol cannot get involved in Iber Shana Misham Afsanya, because the wages of his army they paid yearly. Therefore, he might want to extend the year to save money. The Kohen Gadol Misham Sina, the cold of Yom Kippur, the times he goes to the mikvah. So Daf Yud Ches LeChupah, 18-year-old the Chupah, the king's son is getting married. The Kohen Gadol is allowed to give eidos, and he himself was danned. He's on the way to Ari Miklat for killing someone. He gives eidos in front of the king. The king not part of the Bezdin, but over there sitting next to them. And another Chupah being set up, Ben Yud Ches, Daf Yud Ches, another Chupah discussing why the Kohen Gadol cannot get involved in Iver Shana. Either it's because the king wants to save money, or it's because they called it the Kohen Gadol. Ben Yud Ches LeChupah, Daf Yud Ches, Gemara Sanhedrin.